own life, or they're experts and they're here to share tips and strategies that will help you better balance and manage your life. Grab your virtual seats and let's get ready for some real, relevant, and relatable content on today's episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. Hello, everyone. Welcome to this episode of The Kim Jacobs Show. How are you, Brian K. McNeill?
I am super excited to be in your company. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being here. Listen, it's going to be an exciting episode, everybody. So go ahead and grab your virtual seats and make sure that you send shout outs and let us know who you are, where you're visiting in from. If you're audio podcast listeners, you can also type in some comments and say, hey, this is where I've tuned in from and listen to the broadcast. Feel free to be an active part of everything that's going on today.
Get your paper and pencil too, because this is going to be right.
Absolutely. Listen, we're going to go ahead and take a quick commercial break. And when we come right back, we're going to hear about Brian K. McNeill. We'll be right back, everybody, right after this commercial break.
My father had 4 of his fingers amputated in a workplace accident. It was the first injured individual I represented. And I knew I had to win that case. When someone walks into my office and they've been injured, I know what they're going through. If you've been injured at work with Hunter and Everett. We've got the experience, so let us help you.
Yes, Hunter Everett Law Firm, if you are dealing with disability or you're dealing with wrongful death of a loved one, you're dealing with workers' compensation, or you've been denied a claim, you definitely want to reach out to them and let them know that the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. They are in the Carolinas area, Richmond, Virginia area, and the Alabama area. You can reach them at 704-457-5000. Again, 704-457-5000. So that's the way you can get in touch with them and tell them again that we sent you. They are outstanding attorney's office. All right, Brian K. McNeill, let me introduce you to everyone. He is the CEO of Sales Confidence Coaching, a U.S. Army veteran, entrepreneur, author of several, and he has a lot of them, best-selling books. And for the past 31 years, he's been teaching and coaching entrepreneurships, salespeople on how to sell themselves and their services better through workshops, webinars, personal coaching. He's the founder of Male Empowerment Network and a lot of other things that we're going to learn about him that I'll let him share with you throughout today's broadcast. Welcome, Brian K. McNeill, to the Kim.
Thank you so much. I like to start off by saying our lives are not scrimmages or practice games. There's no Martyrs Hall of Fame. Time that speedster takes its toll, and for all of us, every day really is the Super Bowl. I'm coming to pour today, so let's go whenever you're ready.
All right, we're going to jump right into today's show, and what we want to find out is you have a philosophy that sales is something that is a God-given gift. And so you think everybody should be able to sell something to somebody. Tell us about that theory.
Well, I really believe, because I've read a great book, some people call it the Bible, Basic Instructions Before Leaving Earth, that you're supposed to sell. There's actually a scripture, Proverbs 11:26, that says, the people curse the ones that withhold the grain. Blessings upon the ones that will sell it. Your grain is your intellectual property. Your grain are the solutions you offer. Your grain is the answers to the questions that you have. And if you won't sell it in exchange of something of value, like money, then that means they don't have it. And that means you're being selfish. You're keeping your solutions to yourself. You're supposed to sell it. There's a concept called the sin of the desert. The sin of the desert. The sin of the desert is when you know where the water is, but you won't tell anyone else. So you're keeping the water to yourself. So if you have something to help the world and you're not willing to offer it in exchange of something for value, you are being selfish. It's the height of selfishness. And I could go further. There's another great story that's told 3 times in the Bible. The same story is told in the book of Matthew, Mark and Luke, 3 different versions of the story. The
Okay.
story is called the parable of the talents. It's told 3 different times, okay, from 3 different perspectives. But the just to break it down real fast, the master's leaving, and he gives one servant 5 talents. Interesting, they equate talents with money. The other one 2, and the other one 1. The first 2, the one with the 5 and the 2, they took their talent, purchased other things, reinvested their talent, and made more money. They both doubled the money.
Yes.
They used what they had. God gave them something, they used it, and they made more money with it. And because they did that, they were welcomed into the inner courts where there was going to be feasting and laughter. The one that hid their talent in the ground, even though the one that hid their talent in the ground thought he had a good reason.
That's right. Had a good rationale behind it. But
I know you're a mean guy. I mean, I know you're tough. I didn't want to lose it. So I hid in the ground. Here it is. And he was cussed out. Get away from you, lazy and wicked servant. You're going to be banished into the outer courts where there's going to be weeping and gnashing of the teeth. Okay? There's a penalty when you don't use your talent to make money.
But let's talk about that for a minute, because this is a good place to kind of put a pin in it. Because it's a very different school of thought that if you have a gift, but you're like, well, this is the only gift that I believe God really gave me. And so what I'm going to do is kind of keep that gift and reserve it and figure out when the best time is to use it. Because I've done a deep dive into the parable of the talents as well. That is complete opposite of what we know God really wants us to do. He wants us to be able to share the gift and to be able to salt the earth and say, who else can this gift bless? Who else can this gift become something that might change the lives of other people that encounter you, because he trusted you enough to even have that gift, right?
Give it to you. Why did he give it to you instead of somebody else?
Right, because he could have chosen anyone, but instead he said, you know what, I'm going to trust you with this particular gift. I'm writing about this in a book that I've also completed as well, but that's just paramount, that he would choose you and trust you enough to be able to say, this is what I blessed you with. Don't hold it to yourself, but go out and bless as many people as you can with that particular skill set or that gift.
And you're admonished to not give it away to get something in exchange of value. If they want it, they're wanting to give you something for it. And you rob them if you don't give them the opportunity to invest in themselves. Okay. I am pious. I'm holy. I just want to give. What will happen then is if you just give and don't get money in exchange for it, here's what happens. Somebody later on that you could have served, you won't be able to, because you won't be able to stay in business. I really believe that God wants you to earn money with your talent, and he wants you to earn significant money so that you can bless more and more people. Okay. If you don't earn good money, there's going to be times when your doors have to close, where you won't be able to go, or you won't be able to serve because of money. You're supposed to use it to earn some money.
Okay. So today, y'all, you're going to learn how to earn some money, regardless of what your gift and talent is. It doesn't matter what industry you're focused on. This is universal information that's being shared. So you say that sales, in your opinion, is a critical skill. Why do you consider it a critical skill?
If I could promote one of my books right here. Okay, good. My latest
money,
book,
right? We already know that.
My latest book is my magnus opus. It's my great work. It's called 932. And it's a character that I featured in other books, Mr. Randall the Rhino. But he's teaching his 9-year-old daughter the 9 most important words, the 3 most important skills, and the 2 most important questions. The 9 most important words of life, words like courage and love and know and faith and imagination. And 3 most important skills, the ability to communicate. I believe more of our happiness and sadness, success and failure comes from that. The ability to lead. You know, I think that's one of the most valuable skills, and the ability to sell. Now, I look at the word sell the way it was originated. The origination of the word is a Greek compound word coming from 2 words, sell and ye, which literally means to help. To help. That's what selling is, to help people to get the goods and services that they want. They had to come up with a word to describe that process in exchange of something. So when you're selling, you're helping. If you have one of those people who have a challenge with the word sell, replace it with the word help. I sold the Joneses, I sold the Johnsons, I sold the Williamses. I sell more than anybody. I help the Joneses, I help the Thompsons, I help the Williamses. I help more than anyone. It fits perfectly because it's supposed to. Okay, but
So everybody, those that are watching and listening, some people are not comfortable with the term "I sell things" or "I am a salesperson" or "I believe that I'm a sales guru" or whatever. So replace it with the word "help," according to Brian McNeill.
Yeah, and even the people who think they don't like to sell, that's not true either. I'm gonna prove it to you, okay? Because have you ever offered anything and someone paid you money for what you're offering, and then after you got the money for what you're offering, like you sold your bike or a car or whatever, and you got the money for it, have you ever thought to yourself, you know, I don't like the fact that they gave me money for something that I offered? No, you never felt that. You were happy.
I never felt that way.
Of course not. You were happy that they gave you money for what you offered. Okay. What people don't like is maybe some of the ways they've been treated in the past, or they don't like the uncertainty of not knowing what to say or do. And it's really caused a problem in the entrepreneurial world. This desire to be like, I'm about to shoot some stuff down if it's okay.
You know what? I'm big, believe it or not, on role playing. So we can do some on the spot stuff. I'm so into all of this. And this
okay, well, good to know that, because I'm gonna put you in those spots. Okay, I'm gonna give you some.
Selling is fine for me because I feel like everything in life you're doing some level of selling in some regard. So it's an art.
Well, thank you for that. I'm gonna enjoy you even more. But there's this concept that's I really believe is killing entrepreneurs. It's KLT. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. And you've heard that before, right?
Yeah.
And it usually comes from well-intentioned people, and they still spout it like it's law and religion. People do business with people that they know, like, and trust. Everyone knows that, like as if it's gospel. And the problem with that is it's just not true. First off, it's an abbreviation of the original Greek formula. The Greek formula says people must like you before they listen to you. They must listen to you before they can trust you. They must trust you before they can buy from you. The thing that they mess it up on is they have to like you just enough to hear your story. They don't have to like you enough to put you in their wedding. And thinking about this too, there are a lot of people that you know and that you like, and you know what they do, and you've never done business with them. And there's a lot of people that know you and like you, and they've never done business with you. Why not? Because they don't have a reason to. Okay, you got to give them liking you is not enough to do business with you. I teach the 7 reasons why people will say yes to you and your business, and how much they like you is not even in the top 7. Okay, of why they will do business with you.
Okay, so right now I'm typing what you said.
Okay.
So I typed, people do business with people they know, like, and trust. It's just not true in your opinion. They only need to know you enough to trust you some, not in their wedding. That's what
I don't have to, right? Okay. There's a lot of stuff that, like, for example, when I do workshops, Sister Kim, I ask people, why do you believe someone would do business with you? Why would they say yes to you? Why would they give you money? And there'll be a smattering of things, whether there's 100 people in the room, 10 people in the room, 1,000 people.
Well, let's ask the studio audience.
Okay.
Why do you? Because I see Coach Jim Foster. He's the business
Hello,
coach.
Jim.
Yes, he talks to people about creating their business plans and having everything, the basics of starting up your business. And he actually is a new host of a show that's getting ready to come out soon. So you definitely want to connect with Coach Jim Foster. He's on today. Thank you for being here. But why do people, and I see Dr. Tina Ramsey as well.
Hello, Dr. Tina.
Yes, she has CTR Media Network. Her and her husband, Curtis Ramsey. And we stream, because I'm a part of CTR Media Network, in over 100 countries, 350 million households.
I want to talk to them.
Yes, I will connect you to them right immediately, because you all have a daily podcast. Brian and Lisa. McNeill, they have a podcast called Let's Talk About It.
We've been doing it for 7 years now.
Yes.
Monday through Friday since 2016.
And every day at 9:00 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can check out their podcast, Let's Talk About It. They talk about all kind of stuff over there. So you want to definitely tune into their podcast. And Dr. Tina, Brian K. McNeill's coming your way. So, okay. All right. So tell us in the studio audience, what was the question? I forgot now.
Why do you believe people would hire you and your services?
Oh, yeah. Why do you believe people will hire you and your services? Whoever's tuned in, type the answer. We'll come back and get the answer.
Okay.
Role play. What do you want to say? I love this.
I love it too. I'm tempted to say what people typically say, or we want to wait and see what they say.
Okay. So
Okay.
let me go back to the book then for a second.
Okay, cool.
We're in the middle of time.
I'll
We
go
all
through a
over the
couple
place y'all today on today's episode.
932. The 9 most important words, the 3 most important skills, and the 2 most important questions. And I put one of the most important skills is the ability to sell, the ability to get money in exchange for your idea, service, or product. How do you get the money in exchange for it? Marketing is a different discipline than selling. I know a lot of people try to conflate them, but they are different disciplines. The marketing is the creating the awareness of to the right people at the right time so they can find you. And selling is once they're aware of it, they want to get it, the process of getting the money in exchange for. That's what I'm an expert at. I'm the sales coach. I'm a sales confidence coach. And my company is called Sales Confidence Coaching. Yes, it is.
Okay.
So I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Marketing it to the right people, but then getting the sale is what you're getting. The sale is what you're confident about.
Yes. Once they're interested, how do they go from interested into paying client? That's what I'm an expert at.
Okay. I love this. And so let's see. Anybody that had any comments, put your comments and we will come.
Why do you believe they will say yes to you?
And why would anybody ever buy anything that you're talking about from your perspective? So we want to get that answer throughout the broadcast. Also, share the broadcast with other people. Give them the opportunity to develop some confidence themselves in their own sales ability. So
you keep prompting me. I'm ready.
The
people who are not confident, I was starting to go down that road, is because they don't want to come across as salesy.
Right.
Or they don't know what to say. They don't want to come across as salesy. And the pendulum has swung so far, they won't even ask for business. The typical entrepreneurs today do great presentations, but they never ask for the business. What they do is they do a great presentation, a great showcase, a great presentation, a great branding of it. And then they hope that somebody will see it and say, you know what? That was pretty good. Can I buy from you? Can I hire you? They're hoping that the clients will close themselves.
That's not cool.
It's not cool, but it's also low probability selling. Okay. You're wanting your clients, you're wanting your marketplace to do work with you. If you're one of these people who are afraid to close the sales, you're afraid to ask for the money, say these words I'm about to teach you right now. If you showed it to them and you believe they understand what it is, say these words. Will you give my service a try?
Okay, so let's all type that.
Will you give us a try? Yeah.
Give us a
try. Will you give us a try? Will you try me? It's such a non-threatening way to ask for business.
I love that. A non-threatening way. Okay.
And if you would do that every time you showcase your stuff, the opportunities for them to say no goes up, the opportunities for them to say yes goes up, and the opportunity for you to earn more money is significantly greater if you just commit to always asking for the business.
Oh, wow. Okay. So I'm a big role play person. So I'm just going to use myself. Y'all can do whatever y'all want in the studio audience, but I'm going to use Kim as the example. So Coach Brian, how do I turn? Yeah, I'm looking at you that way. Okay. So Coach Brian, I do a training called How to Start Your Own Show, a virtual show from scratch.
Okay.
So everything that I've learned from being with PBS and the Word Network and being one of the balance doctors on NBC and that affiliate group there, and all of these filming at the old Jim and Tammy Faye Baker studio, I poured into a person in like a 6-week training, right?
Okay.
And I offer it one-on-one where people get a chance to own their own content. I help them, I walk them through the coaching process. But then I've also started offering this group class where I take 5 students, and our next class starts on October 5th. Now, with that, is 5 students. They divide the cost, but they get the exact same robust training plus technical assistance. I wanted to find out, is that something that would be of interest to you and some people that you know to be able to be one of them?
Actually, I am interested in it. Yes, I'm interested.
Okay. And so what questions do you have so that I can address them for you?
Not really yet, but I'm still interested.
Okay. And
ask me for my business. Go ahead now. Ask me for it.
Okay. Will you give our organization a try? Will you give Kim Jacobs as your teacher?
Well, because I believe in you, I'm willing to give you a try. So yeah. That's it. Okay.
Well,
Now, you just did something, which is some things that a lot of people don't know is a selling crime, where you asked if I was interested, and I said, yes, I am. But then you're supposed to ask for the business then. Okay.
Well, yeah, I'm a closer, so then I was trying to just follow your lead. So I automatically said, well, then the next steps is I would need to know what form of payment you'll be providing, so that I'll know exactly what method to send to you to be able to get your
So let's
payment.
do this, Kim. I'm going to ask you 4 questions live in front of this audience. And y'all watch how this works.
Okay, let's go.
4 questions. This is going to be beautiful, okay? Now, the first question, I'm going to put you in a scene.
Okay.
If you were at a live networking event and it was a good one, and you're having a good time, you're meeting cool people there, your kind of scene, and one of these cool people that you just met at this live event said, Kim, what do you do for a living? In that scene, what would you say?
What I do for a living is I'm a talk show host, but I also teach people how to start their own virtual shows from scratch. So I give other hosts the opportunity to get their stories out to the world, and they own their own content at the end of the day.
Fantastic. That's question 1. Y'all heard her answer. Okay, question number 2. We're not at the networking event anymore. It's just you and I talking, okay? Question number 2 is, Sister Kim, who do you believe would pay for your services?
Any people that are business entrepreneurs, they are motivational speakers, authors, and they are in the process of trying to form a deeper relationship with their own existing clients and provide more value to those clients that already have partnerships with them.
Great. And third question, once they decide to, you're rocking. The third question, once they decide to hire you and your services and they're taking your counsel, they're paying you the money you ask for, they're taking your counsel, what do you call them?
I call them students, because they are now, they're students in my course and my training. And ultimately, I call them graduates because they graduate and launch their own shows.
Students, okay, or graduates, not clients, right?
Now, these are just going to be people that are my lifelong business associates, and we're getting to know each other and going on a journey together.
Gotcha. Now, question number 4, last question. So, Kim, what business would you say that you are in?
I'm in the teaching people the process of how to get things done in their own lives by walking them through that process and giving them the pieces of the puzzle to make it work. So I'm in the business of helping other people help themselves.
Awesome. Awesome. So that was beautiful. Good job for Kim. Give her a hand. Now, I'm going to pretend that I do what I think you do based on what I just learned. Okay. And I know I'm not going to be complete because I don't know your game as well as you do. But the little bit that I gathered, okay, I'm going to pretend I do what you do. Okay. And I want you to ask me, what do I do for a living? Okay.
Hello, Brian. How are you today?
Fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great. Tell us, if you would, what you do for a living.
You know how there are so many amazing thought leaders, and there's so many amazing people that have come up with solutions that they want to share with the world. They have an idea about how to do it through a showcase or a broadcast or a podcast. They want to put their word out there, but for a lot of them, they don't. And a lot of times they don't put it out there because they don't know how, or they're frustrated with the process, or they don't know what to do first, second, and third. You know what I mean?
Yes, I do.
Right. But what I do is actually make it easy for these amazing people to share their love and share their wisdom with the world. And I do it through my coaching and my training. I actually have a curriculum where I teach this, so that they can not only share their words so others can be blessed, but actually they can actually become better versions of themselves and actually have more fun sharing with the world. How was my answer?
That was perfect. That's why you're the sales confidence coach, the best salesperson in the world.
Now,
what you saying.
You gave great answers too. But what I did was I took what you gave me and I put it in a story format that took me less than 30 seconds. I asked her 4 questions. I got my answers. Once I understood what problems you're solving, then I just put it in a story format, because we know there's 2 types of people that love stories. One of them is children. Mommy, tell me a story. And the other type of person that we know that loves stories is adults. And we know that's true because we can't stand it if we don't know how the book ends, the movie ends or the TV show ends.
Right.
If someone interrupted before the ending, we're not cool with that. We got to know how stories end.
Right.
So when I was pretending I did what she did, when she asked me what I do for a living, the first thing I did was I introduced an easy to understand problem that is solved by my services, and I got her to agree that it was a problem. I said, you know how there are so many people that da-da-da-da-da. Now, she understood the problem on a high level. She was agreeing early. She was nodding her head. And any kind of agreement is enough. A head nod is plenty. Okay. But I tightened it even more. I said, you know what I mean? She goes, yes, I know exactly what you mean. She gave me a big yes. Okay. The moment she said yes, that's the moment that she has metaphorically taken me by the hand, and now I can take her on a journey. So I got her to agree on the problem. Then I transitioned her and I introduced myself as a solution. I said, well, what I do is, and I just told that I do it. I didn't tell how I do it. I didn't tell my process. Right. I just said that I do it. And then I gave tangible benefits that she would want so they can actually become better versions of themselves, showcase their word, and have more fun along the way. Done.
And let me ask this too, because there are people that wear a lot of different hats. So like, yes. I only talked about the virtual show component, but I'm known as the balance doctor. So
yeah, we can make them all fit. So we can make it all fit. Yep. Okay. The balance doctor, which is a challenge for most people, which is why your business is big. Okay. Right. A lot of times we, in pursuit of money, we neglect our health. That's okay. Right. Or in the pursuit of career, we might neglect relationships. And how do our grown selves balance it? I've heard so much bad counsel on that, Kim. I've heard balance is a myth. I've heard that it's impossible, but I know that it is possible. And that's why we need you.
Yeah. Well, I believe that, first of all, I do believe that God won't put more on us than we can bear and handle. And for whatever reason, if it's on us some kind of way, it's something that we were trusted to be able to deal with or get through or inspire somebody else to get through some kind of way. So, but balance, in my opinion, is something that it may look like you're out of balance. So some things look like you're out of sync and out of the will of God or whatever. At the end of the day, God already knew the scenario and the season that you would be in at that particular part of your journey. And Amen. So no matter what it looks like, you really still are in compliance and in balance with God's will for your individual lives. So it's a lot of theories.
Look at that ministry, y'all.
I have my own theories on this. That's
all right. I gotta go because I'm holding back.
Okay. Let's get to these questions that came in right quick.
Okay, cool.
Ask you something. Hold on.
All right, cool.
This was great. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome. I wanted to be wonderfully generous today.
And you are doing just that. Let me make sure I don't miss anything. Virginia Rutherford Hall. She's also a new host with a show coming out. And these are people also that have graduated from my training program.
Fantastic. Good to meet you, Virginia.
He has a show called The Wings of Wisdom that's coming out very soon within the next month. Absolutely amazing. Love storytelling is what she said. Started with a problem is what Cheryl Askew said with the problem.
And get them to agree that it's a problem. And any kind of agreement is enough. You don't need a big yes. A little yes is fine. A head nod is plenty. Okay.
Will you give my service a try? So they're typing what you
said.
Okay. Any questions? Shirley, who said, I can help people save money by helping them organize their photos and their videos. Maybe
yes.
Speak to that for her.
Yes, Shirley DeJarnette is an amazing supporter. If you don't know her, you should get to know her. Right now, all of us have thousands of pictures and videos in our phones. And sometimes if someone says, hey, Kim, you got that picture of you and I standing next to each other last year at the cookout. Now, you know it's in your phone, but where is it? So you'll do this number. What Shirley does, she helps people to organize their memories. Okay. So many people are frustrated because they can't share their memories or find them. Yep. She helps them organize their photos, their videos, even your old videos that you might have recorded on another way, even VHS stuff. She converts it digitally. So she helps people organize their videos and their memories. They can find them like that. That's what she does.
Good. That's such a wonderful service because it's such a needed service. So how do they, I would have so many questions. How do people get like the 8,000, blah, 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 blah. I was looking at my phone to see how many photos. Like
reach out to Shirley. Shirley, put a way to reach you, please.
Yes.
Because this is a great audience and Kim is an amazing, generous host. Look how easy she's willing to share your expertise.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I would love for people to connect with you. All right, let's see. Jim Jim Foster, Coach Jim, he's a business coach, says they hire me because they believe I can provide the solution to their problems and the answers that they seek.
Yeah, and I'm familiar with that approach, and I like it too. I like mine better. I'm going to tell you why, Jim. Because if you lead with the problem and get agreement, you get buy-in earlier. People hire me to help them with their problems. And I'm going to suggest that's good, but I'm going to suggest, I would say, you know how there are so many people that have a problem with this, this, and this. You know, well, what I do is I solve that problem through my services so that they can no longer have that problem anymore. I use a 3-part story format is what I advocate.
Okay.
Instead of leading with people hire me to solve that problem, I know there's a lot of people that use that, and I think it's good. I just think it's stronger to get your buy-in earlier. Okay.
So right from the beginning, you just kind of cut to the chase, get to the problem.
I get them to agree that it's a problem. I get them to agree. With an approach like people hire me, for that to be effective, they'd have to already believe you have credibility first. Right. And when I get them to agree on the problem, they're not leaning on my credibility. It's us agreeing on a common problem. Okay. Okay. They're on their own credibility. Okay. So that's the challenge I have with that. But I think it's a good thing. Onika's a friend of mine as well. I know Onika well.
Hey, Onika. Yeah, all of you all put your comments and different thoughts and things. And we're going to do this. We're going to keep talking because we're talking with the best sales coach according to his own acclaim.
Not just me. Just last month, I got recognized as one of the top 15 coaches in Charlotte. Okay.
Yeah.
And there's a reason why I have hundreds of testimonials, more than 300 of them. Okay.
Oh, so what do you think? What do you attribute being the best sales coach, a confidence coach? What do you attribute that to? Is it because of your 3-pronged approach, or what do you personally say? This is why so many hundreds of people have endorsed me. What do you feel that's the case?
Well, first off, I love selling and the art of sales, but I never stopped selling. I'm studying. I started when I was 24. I'm 55 now. By my own count, Sister Kim, I've read more than 700 books on how to sell. Yeah. More than 700 on how to sell or manage salespeople. That's what I've done. And I just keep it going. And even that, because I get a chance to teach people so much, the way we sell has to change over seasons. The way I sold in the 90s and the 2000s will not work in 2023. You got to sell today the way people buy today. Mm-hmm. So me being respectful of the process, I've been blessed by my creator with an ability to teach, an ability to speak, and I use it fully. I know that when someone allows me to help them, they earn more money. That's my report card. Period. That's it.
That's cool. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I read over 700 books, but there weren't all on sales. I actually just read a lot of the books that my oldest son reads. If he gets a copy of it, I'll go and buy a copy because I know that he's a mastermind. So that means there's something in there that I need to learn, you know?
And that's amazing, too, that you keep yourself green and growing. You keep yourself in a constant learning mode instead of ripe and rotting. Okay, I've already read that. I know all about that. Those people are going to die until they're gone. But the champions keep themselves learning. Okay, that's what they do. All right, I got to answer this question before we get out of here because it'll be terrible if I don't. Okay, why do you believe people will say yes to you?
Okay.
When I talk to an audience, you'll hear things like, because I'm hardworking, because I'm experienced, because I'm honest, because I've been doing it for a long time, because I'm fun and funny, because I have 10 degrees in doing this, mm-hmm. because I'm dedicated, because I really care, because I'm available 24 hours a day and all that kind of stuff. You hear answers like that.
Right.
And all of those are things that make people like you and respect you and maybe even admire you. But none of those are reasons to give you money. Okay. They'll save you a seat at the cookout, but there's no reason to give you any money because you have to have an attached reason. I'm going to just give a couple of the reasons why people will give money.
After this commercial break, after the commercial break, a couple of reasons why people will give money. Get your pens ready. Type in the comment section. We're going to hear it right after this break.
gonna get some of that.
Yeah, that's a great product to get, and a lot
I
of
like mushroom coffee. I've bought a bag of it before, but I haven't tried that brand. But I'm gonna get some of that now.
I had some people reach out to me this weekend because we had the 5K walk with Gabe's Heart Foundation, and they had given a bags of coffee to all of the walkers and runners. vproducts.store, https://vproducts.store. You can get the mushroom coffee or a black coffee. Let them know the Kim Jacobs Show sent you their way. vproducts.store. Everybody that tried it, love it, and they placed orders for it. So go check it out. All right, go ahead. Answer the question.
Right. Here's why they will historically, enthusiastically invest money with people. Number one is the word time. Time.
Somebody type that time.
Time. Is there any part of your services that will save a client some time? Or are there any results that they'll be able to achieve faster as a result of working with you? If they desire to have a show, if they take Kim's classes, they'll be able to do it more profitably, faster with her help. They'll be able to achieve a result faster. If there's any part of your services that will help them to save some time, you should talk about that, because that's a good reason to give you money. No, it didn't have that much to do with the word, there's my beautiful wife, how much they like you and all that kind of stuff. Time. That's one. The second one is the word money. Money. This happens in a few ways.
Type that, Lisa, the wife over there, Lisa McNeill, Santiago McNeill is on.
Miss Phyllis is one of my people too. The word money. People want to give money to the person or the thing. The person or the thing that they believe will help them to either earn more money or save some money or both. Now, if your services help someone to earn money or save money or both, you should talk about that, because that's another good reason why they will invest money with you. Time, money. And the third one, the last one I'm going to give, there's a list of 7, but the last I'm going to give on this broadcast is the words good feelings. Good feelings. People want to give their money to the person or the thing that they believe will help them to either feel better about themselves or help them to imagine other people having a higher opinion of them, or both. Okay? A 60-year-old man buying the red convertible sports car because he believes he looks cool driving it. And he also believes that when you see him, you're going to share his opinion and agree that he also looks cool driving it. So his other people's opinion of him is higher, and his feeling about himself is higher too. So time, money, and good feelings. If you would tailor your approaches to going through those filters, people can pay you and hire you faster.
That's good. Okay, time, money, and good feelings.
Yes, yes.
This is good. And if you want to hear the other 4, which they are even more robust, then definitely way to stay connected with Brian K. McNeill. How do they do that so that people know that?
Well, virtualsalesmgr.com, but I offer a complimentary selling you and your services consultation. It'll last up to 30 minutes. So there's a quote from some poets of the 80s named Run DMC. And it goes, listen up, homeboy, give this a thought. The next time someone's teaching, why don't you get taught? It's like that. I'm teaching. You should get taught. And it's for free. What? Don't
back to the old school days. The rock.
That's right. All of that. But I'm going to offer this for free, and I'm going to pour, and I'm going to teach. You should take advantage of it. If you earn $1 in direct proportion to how well you sell it, you should spend some time with me. And I'm going to offer that to you, a complimentary selling you and your services consultation. And that's right, Cheryl. See, Cheryl, that means you one of my people. And that's the way it is. And Cheryl didn't forget to put the huh on there. Because the huh is important.
Way to go, Cheryl. Yes. And that's the way it is. Huh.
That's right, Cheryl. I gotta write her name down.
So how can people take this complimentary section? Can they go to this link tree?
Yes, ma'am. virtualsalesmgr.com and schedule it there. Mm-hmm.
virtualsalesmgr.com.
Yes.
Okay. And
yes.
if you go to the link tree that's here as well, It's Linktree/virtual sales MGR for the audio listeners as well.
If I could take a minute and a half, I want to run through my books.
Please.
All right. I'm going to take you guys on a journey. Sit right back and you hear a tale of a fateful trip that started here in Charlotte, North Carolina, aboard this tiny ship. How many of y'all know where that came from?
In the studio audience, you have to say whether you know where that came from. I don't know.
Just sit right back and you hear a tale of a fateful trip.
Oh, yeah.
What's that?
Gilligan Island.
There you go. My first book was The Shortcut. The fastest route to selling your services. Better than you ever had before, so you can earn more money. This book is only 74 pages, but it teaches entrepreneurs what to do with their time. What do you do on a Monday? What do you do on a Tuesday so you can earn more money? If you just do what the book says, you'll get more clients within a month. But it doesn't cover closing sales. So to that end, I wrote Asking for the Money. This is an Amazon bestseller. Asking for the Money. How anyone can close more sales, even you. This teaches you what to do before you ask for the money. What do you do when you ask for the money? What do you do if there's a little bit of resistance? What do you do if there's a lot of resistance? This infuses the reader with confidence when it comes time to closing the sale or overcoming the objection. Okay? Then I wrote a not just for children's book called Why Rhinos Make Great Salespeople, featuring Mr. Randall the Rhino. And it's wonderfully illustrated. It's a classroom setting, and he's teaching children a parallel between characteristics of a rhinoceros and a great salesperson. Like rhinos have thick skins, great hearing, and it's just a fun book. The testimonials are amazing on it. And then I updated that book and switched a few things about it and made Why Rhinos Make Great Entrepreneurs. Oh. Sister Kim, I am of the opinion, especially in light of the Supreme Court no longer allowing race to be a requirement or even a known thing to enter into college, I think that's going to hurt Black people and minorities. So my philosophy is we should raise entrepreneurs and then send our kids to HBCUs. So to raise kids as entrepreneurs, I think this book is very important. Why Rhinos Make Great Entrepreneurs. Okay. And then 932, the 9 most important words, 3 most important skills. All my books are available on Amazon. On my link tree that I gave you. Thank you, Kim, for letting me share that.
Well, it's my honor to let you share that. And what I'm doing is going and saving all of the images from where you have them over on Amazon. But the goal is for you all to go ahead and get them right from, especially you'll do an autographed copy, I'm assuming, right?
Yes, I will. Okay. And that's one of the most fun things. Cheryl is on it. Phyllis is on it.
Thank you all so much for being in the studio audience. What do you think is the number one challenge for entrepreneurs today that are looking to be better salespeople?
Yeah, the number one challenge is this thing right here. And this might not sound pretty, okay? Typical entrepreneurs today are thinking more about themselves than the other person. They're saying stuff like, how are they going to think of me if I try to get their business? And you got the wrong idea. Are you selling your stuff to people or for them? See, if you're selling to them, you're trying to get money out of them. If you're selling for them, it's because they'll be better off. And if you're selling for them, then you owe it to them to motivate them to take the solution. For example, I don't want to offer it to them because they're going to think I'm trying to sell. If your stuff was good and you don't offer it to them, then you're not being within integrity. If it's not good, if it's good and you don't even try to earn their business, that means they don't get to have your good. Are they better off if they hire you? Are they better off if they give you the money that you ask for? If you're sure they're better off, then you owe it to them to at least offer it to them. They don't have to say yes. That's the other crime with most entrepreneurs today. They won't even ask for the business. Kim, people come to me and they'll say, Brian, I need help closing sales. I don't know how to close sales. I'm nervous at the close. And I used to just take that question and then I would teach them the 4 chances you get to overcome an objection, a 5-step process to overcoming any objection. And they would be excited about that. And I would feel proud of what I did. But I've learned to ask a better question. Brian, I need help closing sales. Okay, great. In the last month, how many times have you offered your services? Well, once or twice. All right. In the last 2 months, how many times have you offered your services? maybe 3 times. So you don't have a problem with closing. You're not offering your services enough. That's it. 3 times in 2 months, that's not enough to know you're bad or good at it.
That's
so
right.
They don't have a problem closing. They have a problem offering. So you have to ask the next questions. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, that's good. A problem offering. That's good to know.
Give them a chance to say yes. Okay. That's the challenge with entrepreneurs today. Kim, let's role play one more thing. Okay.
Okay, and let me put your books up before we go to the role play. I did find them and downloaded everything. I just want to put them up one more time on the screen because the books you can go to Amazon and get, but if you go to Linktree /virtual sales manager MGR, you'll be able to get it right there, and he'll autograph a book for you. So
yes, I will.
932. The shortcut. This is a must-have. It sounds like so. I know we'll have it in this house as well, and then.
And asking for the money is a must-have too. But I love these books too. I'm very proud of my not just for children's books.
Okay. Well, you have how many books total that you've written?
6.
6 books, and all of them you'll find them right where we say stay connected with Brian K. McNeill at Linktree /virtual sales MGR. All right. So go ahead, role play.
Okay. Now pretend for a moment that you're a single lady. Okay.
I am actually, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. A single lady, okay, Michelle. And you don't know me yet, okay? Right. And in this scene, you're at you decide to just go into a restaurant bar to get yourself a beverage, okay? Now I'm gonna come up to you and I want you to handle this the way you would normally handle it, okay? And imagine we don't know each other. You're at the bar by yourself, minding your business, just stopped in. I'm gonna walk up to you. Hello, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
I'm fantastic. How are you?
I'm doing great.
Great, good. My name is Brian. Please tell me, what's your name?
My name is Kim.
Kim, I think you are lovely. Kim, let's get married.
Wait, what?
Yes, let's just get married.
Not hardly. Thank you. That's not how it works, I suppose. I don't know. I've been
Wait, did y'all see her go from smile to
Wait, what?
Now, is there any scenario you can imagine where anybody would say yes to a proposal like that?
I don't know, maybe in prearranged marriages.
Maybe, but even then there's no way she could say yes. She don't know if I have any redeeming qualities. She don't know if I'm a good guy or bad guy. We haven't gone on a date. We haven't done anything yet, right? People who don't understand sales, that's how they treat the game. I offered it to them. They say no. Whoa, well, they didn't know enough to say yes yet. Okay.
Right.
Selling, this is something I need y'all in your soul. Selling is a process. It's not an event. Okay. She can't say yes to that because you're treating your game like it's an event. I offered it to her. I offered her marriage. She didn't say yes. So we're done. I'm never going to follow up with her again. Okay. I offered to marry her. She didn't say yes to it. She couldn't say yes. She didn't know enough to say yes. I didn't do the process. Now, if we had dated a year or two, we had an argument, we had gone on meals, we had seen each other, we had found a fondness for each other, then it's an appropriate question. But it's not appropriate until you have romanced it. Selling needs to be romanced, just like your money needs to be romanced. Your money and your sales need to be romanced. They need to be wooed. They need to be sought after, and they need to be respected. Okay.
Good point. Yeah, because it definitely would not be a yay, just 100%. No. All right, that's really, really good. I'm glad you.
I don't know what that emojis mean, Whitley. What are you saying?
Let's see. I'll put some of these comments up and see. Oh, Whitley said, like, yay. I don't know. You'd have to specify. Oh, she said, wait.
Cheryl said, wait. Why did that happen, though?
Why did that happen, though? I don't know what the question is. Who is there? Is it directed to Brian? Let's see. All the single ladies, Beyonce. All the single ladies. Okay. All right. And virtualsalesmgr.com. Virtualsalesmgr.com is the website. Thank you so much, Lisa. Great info, Brian. Gilligan's Island. To see you, Lisa. Okay.
Dennis Spraggins. Do you see Dennis's comment?
Dennis Spraggins said, hey, Dennis, thank you for being on today. What I hear you saying is selling and buying is an intimate relationship between two individuals. That's to be respected. Is that what you're saying?
Brother Dennis, you are very close to it, man. That's much closer ideology to it. Not only that, but it's got to be a good reason to keep it going. What benefit, tangible benefit, will they move forward? That's it. Thank you.
Great questions. Coach Jim Foster says, so I was answering the question why people do business with me. My process is to identify the problem initially, get their agreement on the problem, then proceed to offer the best possible solution. But I agree with your approach. That's awesome.
Amen. And I thank you, Brother Jim. That then indicates you're a professional. Okay. There are a lot of people. Oh gosh, Sister Kim, people when they get caught up with so much stuff today. What do you do for a living? Some people try to give cute answers or clever answers. And sometimes they go overboard and give overly descriptive answers.
Okay.
Those things are fine, but they do not compel and they do not sell. Your clients today have gotten very sophisticated. Every one of your clients have gotten very sophisticated because they get bombarded with offers. So they've gotten so much better at receiving information and flushing it, receiving it and flushing it. Using my format of using the story format, they see you as a resource and as a benefit, and it sticks longer and they don't flush your stuff. Okay. Right. Adding a tangible benefit and agreeing on a problem. Yes.
I love that. Adding a tangible benefit and agreeing on a problem and getting that agreement early on. Right from the beginning, so that they are buying into it. Talk to us too about this lovely woman. I would like to pop her up, Lisa McNeill, who's been on this journey with you forever. So talk to us.
I am a very successful person, and I have a lot of gift, skills, and talents. And my primary gift is I've been blessed with an amazing mate. Her name is Lisa Santiago McNeill. That's her full name. And because of Lisa, I am able to be great. Because of Lisa, I'm able to do and be cool things and go cool places. I have been blessed with an amazing mate with her own unique and amazing collection of gift, skills, and talents. Now, she owns Empowerment Publishing and Multimedia. And because her and I, we do a daily podcast together. So we've never worked outside the home the whole time we've known each other. We both have only been entrepreneurial. Okay. Wow. None of us has ever had that we've known each other. We've only worked from home. That's it. So we work together. And the way I look at that is I work with my very best friend.
That's awesome. Mm-hmm. Lisa, all of these images I'm putting up, can you all see them?
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
All right. Good. I love these pictures. And what are y'all doing there in the office right there?
We were doing a program called Building Young Entrepreneurs. Kids, while they're still in school, starting their own business. And look at those kids there. Those kids are 8 and 9 and 10, and we're helping them to design what they want to do to earn money while they're still in school. You know, we used to do these classes on Saturdays, building young entrepreneurs.
That's great. Building young entrepreneurs, a husband and a wife team on this journey together, and they have gone through it. They have a daily podcast called Let's Talk About It. And you can tune into that every weekday at 11. I said 11 because of Kim Jacobs show. Sorry, at 9 a.m.
Yes,
tune into that as well. What is the benefit of working with a spouse, and how does that work together from a balance perspective?
That's the primary question Lisa and I get asked. How do y'all work together so much? The way I balance it is I work with my best friend. She does have her own business, and I have my own, and we have business intertwined. But the beautiful thing is because I respect her business mind, I can bounce all my ideas off of her, and she could bounce her stuff off of me. And together it's better. Two heads are better than one. Okay. Solopreneurs. Let me talk to you for a second. Being a solopreneur is a team sport. Even if you're in business by yourself, you do need some support. One of the challenges in entrepreneurship today, especially post-pandemic, pandemic and on, people learn they can work from home, but the percentage of loneliness is rising. People are working in silos by themselves, but we still need some community. We still need to talk to other people. You still need to be involved in networking groups or mastermind groups or connecting with people. We all need it.
That's good. Very good advice. And so we talked about a wide variety of things already today. And I think that you talked about your books and how
I haven't talked about men yet. Okay.
Yeah, okay. So men, when we come back after just hearing, I want to share another commercial, but I do want to hear from just a men's perspective in
Yes.
sales. Is that what you're saying?
No, Male Empowerment Networks. My group I've had, my discussion group for men I've had since 2013.
Okay, so let's talk about that now. Let's talk
Okay.
about the Male Empowerment Network.
I'll be brief because I know our time is drawing nigh. But since 2013, I hosted a discussion group for men twice a month because men need men. And
Yeah.
Superman is a myth, and men tend to cry in the dark. Okay, so we have a transparent, open discussion where you'll be heard twice a month, and it's just amazing. I've seen amazing healing in that circle of men. And the guys that show, man, just are amazing, upwardly mobile. It started out as men of any race, but it's evolved into only Black men. And that's how we're going to keep it. It's just wonderful.
That's incredible. And so some of the things that men walk away knowing is what from the program? Tell us again.
Well, we talk it out, okay? We talk about different subjects, but most of the time we just yield floor. If somebody have something on their chest, they got to get it out. They got to talk because the week is difficult. We talk about our relationship with women. We talk about our relationship with money. We talk about our relationship with each other. We talk about how to get over stuff. We help each other through. In these meetings over the years, I've seen amazing things happen. Yes, I've seen men cry a lot of times. I've seen men yell at each other a lot of times, wanting to go to blows a bunch of times, but it's always love, okay? I tell you, life will knock you down to your knees, and when you get knocked to your knees, go ahead, go, and pray while you're down there. But before you get up, call one of your brothers because you need each other.
That's really good. And I'm going to put that as a banner, but I do see it over here in the comments, Lisa, too. So thank you so much. Yep. Male Empowerment Session is at the empowermentduo.com.
You go there and go to our link. Yeah. Twice a month on the first and the third Tuesday of every month. On the first and third Tuesday of every month. If they'll reach out to me, I'll make sure they get an invitation every time because I always send out invitations to it as well. But it's just like one of the most significant things in my life. It's just a very, very big part of it. We meet twice a month, but it's an all the time thing for me.
That's good. Male Empowerment Session. You talk about anything that is like no bar as hell type of thing. And you're going to walk away with some solutions. Brian K. McNeill is going to be there to talk with you twice a month.
Yes.
I guess what goes
way too. No women, please.
Whatever goes in, whatever happens in the male empowerment stays in the male empowerment. It don't go
we love you women, but that's not for you, okay?
Well, when we finalize everything, if there's anything that you didn't get to share, and I know we said we could talk for 2-3 hours, however long, because this is a never-ending thing, and you can actually come back and do part 2. So don't
let's do that, because I am a Kim Jacobs fan.
Well, I am a Brian K. McNeill and Lisa Santiago McNeill fan as well. So I'm so glad to have you. You can have your wife come on, whatever y'all want to do.
Let's have us come on together. Let's do that.
I'll be happy to host you guys. Okay. Was there anything I do want to say? If there's anything that you didn't share that you know today, you really do want to make sure that it happens today. When we come back, I'd like for you to share that. Sure. I'm not really taking a commercial, but I am just going to show you all that Ivan Major Jacobs, he has Major PT, majorpt.com. He actually is one of our episode sponsors, but he's also my son. And he went on a weight loss journey because he kicks cystic fibrosis and head and lung disease. And he also is dual certified through the National Association of Sports Medicine. So he has clients that give rave reviews. It's over on his website, majorpt.com. He went on his own personal weight loss journey and lost over 100 pounds. Formally training people virtually. And if you're in the Charlotte and surrounding areas, which if you're in countries, you may not even know what I'm talking about, he actually meets with you at a local facility as well on in person. So you can visit majorpt.com to learn more as one of our episodes.
That's your son?
That's my son, yes.
Yes.
I have 2 episodes.
All right if he worked out a little bit, you know what I mean?
I have 2 sons that are sponsors, so I definitely will be remiss if I don't put the second one up as well. And it's Jeremiah J. Jacobs is the other episode sponsor, jeremiahjjacobs.com. And he does websites. He just recently graduated from high school, reasonably priced websites and overlays and templates for talk show hosts that are looking to have a professional image whenever you're presenting your materials. And again, it's reasonably priced. So thank you to those 2 episode sponsors today. Tell us any thought that you didn't share earlier.
This is something I need to take with you, okay? If you're in business right now, I want you to recognize that you are unique. Stop trying to make yourself into a category, lump yourself into a category. If you ever do this, I want you to not do it anymore. Somebody asks you what you do. I do real estate. I do insurance. I do motivational speaking. I do this. When you say stuff that way, I do real estate. I do taxes. I do websites. If you say it like that, you're attempting to let the listener lump you into the category of everyone else who does anything that you close to what you do. But there is no one like you. No one has seen everything you've seen, done everything you've done, had your collection of experiences. So don't say, I do this. Lead with the problem. If you do website, for example, there are so many businesses that want to stand out from the crowd. They want to be able to connect through their website. Okay, but a lot of them have difficulties doing it, or they have websites that don't do anything for them. And I help them to get a website that's not just a website, but actually a website that helps them to earn, or helps them a website to teach, helps to have a website that helps them to connect. Talk about what it does through you. Paint the answer through your services. But the simplest way is just stop saying, I do insurance or I do that. Don't do that no more.
Great advice. So in that instance, I would change my wording for what my son does. He actually helps create websites.
He builds websites that works for people.
And he actually builds his own affiliate marketing website that he created to be able to teach people.
There you go.
That's
so much better. He created to teach.
Yeah,
come on, man. That's the way to do it. These little crimes, okay? There's other crimes we could talk about that people commit.
When you come back for part 2, we're going to talk about crimes that salespeople commit when they're using their language. That's a good one. Y'all like that episode?
I like it too.
Okay, let's see. Any final comments over here? We're going to get ready to close out. Let's see.
I want to connect with all of your people, Kim and Virginia and Cheryl, definitely.
This is exceptional, Virginia said. And yes, so the first and third, let's see what comments. First and third Tuesdays, monthly at 7:00 p.m. for the Men Empowerment.
7 p.m. Eastern, yes, ma'am.
Building young entrepreneurs. He said, by building entrepreneurs. Awareness, that's huge. What did Coach Jim say? You said 2 horses tethered together produces speed not of 2, but of 3, an ancient but profound proverb. Yes.
Yep.
All right. I am working today in a co-working space. Okay. Well, you're going to have to hurry. Is that, oh, that's Stephanie. Okay. I was going to say the wrong thing. I thought it was Lisa. Lord have mercy. Get ready to tell her, come on, girl. Let's see. So they can tune in 9 a.m. at Monday through Friday to the empowerment at the empowermentduo.com.
Yep. But tomorrow we'll be there too. We have a Wednesdays are Wisdom Wednesdays. Okay. Tomorrow will be Thankful Thursdays. So it's personal conversations, business information, and spiritual inspiration with a little bit of shenanigans. And our show is kind of nutty too. So
I can tell. I'm sure it's going to be a lot of fun. Listen, as you all, I want you to know that we encourage you to donate. Many of you do take the time to donate. Take a moment today to donate to the Kim Jacobs Show. It's the only way that our program thrives Monday through Friday. I don't charge guests to be on here. So the only way we do earn income is by any contributions from community members and through our sponsors. So know that you can Cash App Kim Jacobs Inc., paypal.me/Kim Jacobs Inc., or at the Kim Jacobs Show on Venmo. And a new thing that we just came out with, go over to our YouTube channel. We have 3 different tiers that are available, and I'm super excited about it. You get a chance to be a part of the platinum backers or the elite members or those that it's different membership levels, and it'll pop your comments over on YouTube to the top. You'll get a chance to do a gameplay with me, some of the silly side of Kim, because I know what y'all understand. My kids and them told me it was like a whole mood. I'm the Kim mood. You don't know what right? I've been trained by my children to do some things that I'm like very competitive with, and you'll get some member only posts as well. So go and learn more at our YouTube channel, subscribe, and join one of the membership levels. We'd love to have you. All right. Any closing comment? Brian K. McNeill. How do they?
I thank you, Kim. You've been an amazing host, and why wouldn't you be? You've been experienced at this. You've been prepared for this. And I knew I would enjoy my time with you. I knew I would. So thank you for having me. Yes, I would love to do a part 2. I love to do it with my wife or without, but whatever I can have with your community, I want to. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you, Lisa, for being in the background. I see you trying to get all those. Let me put my glasses for a minute. You like, girl, I'm going to have me some brownie points when I come home because my husband saw me typing and my baby over there. Like, yep, get my brownie points. We're going to dinner, take me dancing, do something.
All of that. Yep.
All right, everybody. Listen, thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show. Stay connected with Brian K. McNeill and his linktree /virtual cells. MGR is how you can stay connected with him. And we'll look forward to seeing you again right here on the Kim Jacobs Show at 11 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday. Have a great one. Love you all. Thank you, Brian. Stay backstage. Bye-bye, Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of the Kim Jacobs Show and for being in the virtual studio audience. Your presence truly does make a difference, and I look forward to you bringing your friends and family to